Peace, everybody, and welcome back to a special edition of Psychedelic Saturdays. This is a love edition, and with me, I have my best friend, my wife, my queen, my ride or die, my consort, my everything, and she is none other than.
I am Melika Tour, you guys. Hey, I'm so glad to be here today on a special edition of Love Day for your Psychedelic Saturday.
Yes. So I had to bring you on for the love episode, baby.
Okay.
And today, man, we just going to talk a little bit about, our relationship, our marriage, and how psychedelics came into our life and how it has helped our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want to touch a little bit on the journey with psychedelics and how they become a spiritual guide and not what people think. Psychedelics, they're mainly plant-based supplements. That's what I would call them. Plant-based supplements.
Okay.
Not drugs.
Yes.
Everybody calls them drugs. That's not drugs. Drugs is what you can get, all the time from the grocery store or from behind the counter. That's what drugs are. Plants are actual natural supplements, natural healing from God. So that's what I take for psychedelics. But anyway, so do you remember our first time?
I do remember you telling me that you wanted to try something different. And I want to say the first time was when we were just experimenting with a little bit just to see if we was going to feel it or not before we did the hero dose is what you referenced it to. But I remember the first few times I took it and he was like, you haven't let go yet. You're not done yet. You got to keep going. I'm thinking well, what? Oh, I was like, okay. He was like, because people keep telling me that, you're going to have this, reaction. And I'm always calm and collective, by natural. I'm calm, I'm peaceful, I'm patient, right? At times. So I guess you were respecting a big reaction. And then when I didn't get that reaction, it was kind of like, okay, I can keep going. So when we finally took the hero dose, which is 7 grams.
Yes, 7 grams.
Each.
Yes.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, I think we only did that once.
Yeah, one time.
One time was enough. I think one time. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, because when I tell you, I was, what I remember the most is I was upstairs watching video. I had just did a wedding because we're in the bridal industry. But we had just did a wedding and I was looking back at the footage because the young lady had just sent me the videos of her and her dad dancing at the wedding. I was just like, oh my God, that is so nice and so sweet. And my dad had passed away a few years prior. And all of a sudden it just hit me like a ton of bricks while I was sitting there watching the video that, wow, I would never have this moment, again, because when we recently got married, we got married at the courthouse. So we didn't do the big reception and dancing. We had reception, but it wasn't like a big wedding.
Right.
So when I seen it, it just brought me to tears, like an instant, this overwhelmingness of just sadness, I guess. Because that was something that I wanted, for myself. So I just started, crying. I'm laying in the bed by myself and I just started crying. I was like, let me get out. Let me try to shake this off. Because I was like, because I couldn't shake it. And so I went downstairs to get him. We have a little man cave. We had a man cave then. So he was in his man cave, in his own world. But literally, I don't know what I was thinking coming in there. Talking about, so I got something to tell you. I miss my dad. And he was watching sports. And
I was having my own awakening at that time. So when she came downstairs and wanted to express how she was feeling, you know, we both was on two different
waves,
ends of the spectrum. So
yes,
it wasn't really a connection at that time. I could say
that. Yeah.
So
because we were in two different worlds,
right,
literally.
Right. So it felt like God had us in two different places, but we was in the same place at one time, but two different places. If that makes sense to anybody.
Because you mean like we're in the same place, but just two different worlds?
Yeah, we was just in two different worlds at the same time, but just in, you know what I'm saying, two different places. What I'm saying. So, but no, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
No, so I can't remember. I just remember me sitting down on the couch and just, you know, was still looking at some stuff over my phone, and I think I was trying to talk to him about something along the lines of what I just saw and what I was missing and what I was needing. You know how they go. And he was like talking about what he was talking about. I was like, "Don't you hear what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you that, you know, this and this and that." And he was like, "I don't know. I just remember you saying something about God, something, and you know, you're like, I don't know. I just know it just went left."
Right.
Like I said something to you and you said something to me about God. That's not what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about something else. And you was like, "Well, you don't want to talk about God? You don't want to talk about God?"
Yeah.
I was just like, "I don't want to talk about God." It's like, what are you talking about? I'm not, that's not what I said. Like, I was like, "I love Jesus. What are you talking about?" So all of a sudden, you guys, I started to have a panic attack. Like, I don't know what happened or what took over me, but I think that's the first time I ever know what a panic attack was. Like, I actually ever had one. I think I've had some in the past, but it never resonated with me. That's what it was. Because I really think we let it on because I wasn't being heard. So it caused me to like because by then we were like kind of like voices were raised, and he's like telling me about God. I'm like, I don't want to talk about God, and then it made me feel bad because I'm like, God is great, but I don't want to talk about him right now. And then so I just ran outside because I couldn't catch my breath. Like, I was crying so much I couldn't breathe. So I just ran outside. And then before when I opened the door to get some air, I just started to fall to my knees. But then he was right there and he caught me. He caught me before I fell, and we just stood in the driveway, just holding each other, and I'm just crying like a little baby. I can't take it. I can't do this anymore. I was like just kind of crying. And he was just holding me like, it's okay. And I swear, you said you thought our neighbors probably thought we was crazy.
Yeah, they probably did.
Because it was like, what, 3 a.m?
It was like 3 a.m. It was like 3 a.m.
It was early.
And we literally was having a counseling session at 3 o'clock in the driveway. I really believe that's what was going on. And, you know, thankfully that we already had some counseling experience prior to that point in time. So when we got to that point, it was easy for us to be able to navigate through it, because I believe that it was earlier in our merge that it probably would have went a whole nother way. But being as though that we was able to go through counseling for, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 years before that point, it was easier to navigate through a situation like that. So,
so I would be trying to run away, and you like, no, like grabbing me saying it's gonna be okay, like it's gonna be okay. So we needed that. Like I you know, I don't know. It just I don't know. It just did a lot for my soul in that moment, and I was glad that we was able to work through it and calm me down, and, you know, get me back to like a even till, you know, that we was able to finish the conversation, what I was, you know, talking about before. So that's what I remember as far as the first one. And then like it was another time we did one, and it was like maybe 4 or 5 grams at this time, but this one, it was on the luge when we were getting ready to move. So we had started doing them more and more after that first encounter. And then we were in the process of moving, and it's hard for me to let go of certain things, right? So packing boxes, and then the shrooms hit me. And then I just ran downstairs. I was upstairs in my sewing room, getting my sewing stuff together. I was just taking all my stuff off the walls, and like, I can't believe, you know, we moving, and, you know, just getting emotional about it. Like, you know, what are we going to do now? Like, you know, it's like really like a faith walk we were going on. So went downstairs, and we have a restroom downstairs. So I went to the bathroom, and that's when God had told me, you got to let go of people, places, and things. But it was so loud. Like, I thought somebody was in the bathroom with me. Like, it was that loud. Like, let go, people, places, and things. I was like, oh my, what? I said, people, places, and things. What that mean? So I left out the room, and he was having his own. This is when he was outside talking.
Yeah, that was the day I was outside
talking with Locks and the dog.
I was talking to God that day.
Yes,
we were having a real deep conversation with God that day. But I'm gonna let you finish. But I just wanted to say that one thing that the mushrooms do, and it's because of the mycelium network that's inside of the mushrooms, they're going to make you detach and let go of a lot of things that don't serve you any good anymore. And a lot of those things that you thought that served you good really wasn't serving you any good. And I hate to tell you, it's probably going to be the thing you love the most. Though.
Right. It is. It was. Yeah.
The things people like my wife said, the people, places, and things that you have to let go of is not going to be easy. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not easy, but it's for a reason. It's for a big reason. And I do believe once you get to that place in your spiritual journey, that it will be a little bit more easier for you because you'll see the purpose of why you're letting go.
So I had to let go anyway because we were moving to a whole other state and we were leaving everything we known behind. We sold everything in our home and we literally packed the car up and left. So that was a journey by itself, but by us I think the shrooms helped me and us to get through the other side. Cause like you said, when we got to our destination, we were able to connect with the grower and we were able to get them from the source. So that was amazing too. So it was almost like the hand, like, okay, you moved and okay, so now you get to meet the source and now we're going to give you a little bit more so you can really understand what the move was for.
Right.
Yeah. So,
right.
Yeah. So I was grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? It was rough initially, but I think it definitely helped me. And it took off this stigma of, oh my God, shrooms is so, bad. You could be seeing things. You start seeing all this crazy stuff because this is the time during COVID when people were experimenting with shrooms, and so we weren't the only ones that was kind of pulling at the source. So when he told us that so many people was reaching out to him, I'm so glad I'm helping people. You know what I'm saying? Because he really helped a lot of people during that time.
He was a good person, man. That was just God once again. You know what I'm saying? A full 360 moment. That we end up in the same place.
Yes.
A grower, that just don't happen like that. So, but what I did want to say is that, a lot of people do have that stigma of having, as they would say, bad trips.
Right.
To me, right. And that's just my opinion on it. I just believe that you're just a bad person.
A bad person? No, I don't think you're a bad person. I just think that you have some stuff you got to deal with on the inside.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you're dealing with a lot.
That you may not want to address.
Right.
Yes.
And that's the main thing that mushrooms are going to make you do. They're going to make you deal with your shadow, which is your dark side.
I think too, with like me losing my dad, I never, I was grieving, but I just didn't continue to grieve all of it out too. So that's why it hit me like a ton of bricks, because that was something that was in my spirit that I never got a chance to let out.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes you may cry, sometimes you may not, but I understood why I was crying the way I was with that. But yeah, people, good, bad, and different. I just say, it's good to try just so you can know what your spirit is saying. You know what I'm saying? So whether you have some dark energy in there, it's going to show itself. You got good energy, it's going to show itself. So, hey,
Now, what I did want to ask you, I don't think I never asked you this, but because I don't believe when we first tried them, I don't never think they was on our radar. But I think the only time that we actually heard about them when we watched like this documentary on YouTube.
Yes.
And that's when we first heard about them.
Right.
But we never
to be open to it.
Yeah, but we never really did any like research or anything. But we, you know what I'm saying, we seen the documentary, we just thought like, oh, that was interesting. You know what I mean? Especially what we heard. So, when we was introduced to them by, you know what I'm saying, by our cousin, what was your thoughts? Was you scared going into it? Or, you know what I'm saying, or was you just like, fuck it, it is what it is. Let me see what's going to happen.
I was definitely a little afraid going into it, a little scared, a little bit. I was. Because I always be like, I'm not going to do anything else besides, the the beautiful marijuana plants, that we all so love. I was just stuck with that. I just don't want to try anything else. I'm going to stick to what I know. But I don't know, just something in me just was the one time in life. I was like, You know what? You know what else too? I think I know that my tolerance is high. Mm-hmm. So I think that maybe shrooms was such far from marijuana. So I was like, well, let me just try that, because I think I was at not my tolerance level, but I was actually at like,
no, your tolerance.
Yeah, I was up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, meaning like, dispensaries are opening in Maryland. So, we was trying all different types of stuff. And maybe at that point in my life, I was open to it because I was trying different stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was scared, but I still was willing to try it. And then once we tried, like I said, we kind of penny pitched a little bit,
right.
A little gram, and then we finally went in. All right, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We did it.
Well, the first time we did it, we did 3.5 each.
Oh, it was 3.5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember because we got 7. And we split the 7 3. Now I don't know if you ate all yours at the same time. I ate mine.
I just remember the taste wasn't the best.
It doesn't taste good.
Because because you see it looked like a mushroom, but then when you taste it, you eat it, it's like, oh. Yeah, so I just drunk some like Coke soda or just something with it. I think we was putting it on. I think why we started putting it on crackers or something. We started putting it on something. I can't remember.
Yeah, it probably was crackers or cookies or something like that. Try to give it a taste because I'm gonna tell everybody they don't taste good at all. Yeah, so if you got something like some orange juice or something, you can drink behind it.
Pineapple juice.
Something little citrusy, something natural. You know what I'm saying? Juice behind it. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. The one thing that the mushrooms do not like is alcohol.
Oh yes.
You cannot, and I'm going to advise everybody, do not
drink and mushrooms.
Mix the mushrooms with alcohol.
When they say,
like I said before, that is not a drug.
It's not.
The mushrooms will let you know very fast you should not have did this.
Because, we drink a lot, on top of, going to dispensaries and stuff. So, you don't know.
I don't drink a lot.
I said we.
Oh,
back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
I thought you meant now. I was like, I don't drink.
No, we used to have the bottles, the Ciroc bottles, and we did it. We used to party house at one point in time. Everybody was at our house all the time. We were, the friend. Yeah, so
we was the house that everybody. We was the open door house. Everybody
cookouts,
just
Father's Day, Mother's Day, Easter, and even just game nights. And we just like
Sunday
we're people.
Football.
Sunday
father would come over, watch football with family. That's our house was just for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, which was cool, man, because we don't mind, man. We like
it was cool. So what was I saying that for?
No, you was just saying how you made me forget how we had all the bottles around.
I said that to say something though.
No, how we used to drink a lot.
Oh yes. We used to drink. That's when you took me off when you said we used to drink a lot. I said that to say because sometimes I've drunk and then tried the shrooms. So that's how I found out, and you found out that it's not a good thing to mix. Now, shrooms and marijuana is a whole nother episode, but I just think, in my experience, is like, if you a drinker, you're drinking for a reason. You want to feel a buzz. I'm a wine drinker. You want to feel a buzz. But when you do the shrooms and you drink, you don't feel any of the alcohol. You just feel all the shrooms, which is crazy. You don't want to keep drinking to feel that feeling. But then the shrooms gives a whole nother type of energy. So I was like, I don't need to be drinking because now I'm like, okay, now I'm just wasting my alcohol.
Yeah, because at that point you literally because they call alcohol spirits. So,
okay.
Now you got two spirits fighting against each other, right?
That's not good.
So 9 times out of 10, the nature is going to win.
Nature won.
So yes.
She wins every time.
Yes.
Yeah, she won every time.
She will win every time. And they will remind you that that's not the route you want to go. And even the shroom round, man, they're not to be abused. Nothing is to be abused in life, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is supposed to be taken with precaution and used in moderation. And when you start to really put your hands into things and like grow things and make it more about you,
Mhm.
you start to value what you're
A
doing.
whole lot more. You're right. Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know, I value the plant. I value all the plants. You know what I'm saying? Not just, you know, the shrooms, the marijuana. I value all the plants because all the plants hold a lot of nature. And they all are tied into the mycelium network. All
Mhm.
tied into the mycelium network. And I think people should also know that mushrooms are more of a masculine
Mm.
type of feeling. But
Mhm.
they will also balance you out too, man. They will also balance you out because they have balanced me out. My wife told me a long time ago that I needed to be a little bit softer, right?
Mhm.
And that's what, you know, we started doing counseling and stuff because,
Mhm.
you know, we were working through things in our marriage. And
Mhm.
that was something else that I was working on.
Mhm.
And the shrooms also told me the same thing. You need to be more lighter. Pretty much make your heart lighter because that's really all it is.
And I think sometimes when you got you think life is what it is. You used to live in a certain way, and then, you know what I'm saying. So you're like, what you mean by that? Light in my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because you so used to being so tough, your stuff, Victoria. So yeah, so I understand why you was kind of, but them shrooms every time they break it down, they chip away at it. So you know what? You just a little marshmallow, like, oh, I'm just okay with everything. Yes. I wanted to say the other day, I felt like we was having a shrooms trip the other day, a serious one. That on Monday, today is Saturday, Monday was a day for us. Okay. When I tell you that I thought we was seeing some crazy stuff when the plane fell out the sky, I thought we was on a string trip. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, and you know, even when you on your shrooms, sometimes you think you seeing things or hearing things, but I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all can Google it. A plane fell out the sky. We were right there as the plane was coming. We just missed the plane, and I just thank God that we still here. I just want to mention that because I really thought I was in a different world. I didn't know. I thought it was in the movie streams, all of it. I don't know what was happening that day. I just thank God that we still here, y'all, to do this live. I mean, to do this podcast to tell y'all about the spring journey. You've been asking me to come on for a while now, months now. So I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah,
And we're talking about it.
I know it take you a lot to come on sometimes.
Yeah.
I know you be a little nervous, but
Yeah, you know.
I said I'm not gonna take too much time. I ain't gonna hold you too long. I just wanted you to talk a little bit because I know a lot of misconception about the mushrooms, man.
It does.
And,
It does.
I just want people to know that
Husband
there's
and
a
wife.
lot of, you know, yes, as a husband and wife, you know, as kings and queens,
Yes.
I just want you all to know that there is a lot of healing properties inside of the mushrooms. A lot of healing properties, and
a lot of love.
Yes. If one thing the mushrooms will do to you, it will make you feel a lot of love, bro. It will make you
Today is love day.
It'll make you, and that's the problem with a lot of people in the world now is that they just don't love themselves.
Oh man.
So it's hard for them to love anybody else because you gotta be able to love yourself first before you can love anybody.
Love yourself, do the work.
Yeah.
Even do the shrooms, like, because like I say, you have to be open. You have to be open to it.
Yes.
But the love the energy is love. That energy, the same feeling when people say, you know, they beyond and back. 'Cause I watch a lot of that and that feeling of that energy. So I know what that feels like. So I think at one point in time I was chasing that. Because you know, I think that's the reason why people keep doing it because they're trying to chase that feeling. The same way when you engage in, you know, marijuana, it's just the same thing. But shrooms isn't the same because you chasing something you may not know what you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to go too far because you don't know where you're gonna land. I like how you say put your seatbelt on. It's a trip. Like,
Yeah,
we'll see where you land. Like, I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, like you say, you know, you would love to see me do some type of shaman work, and I would love to be able to guide people through, you know, and just help people out of their dark side.
I mean, he helped me so much on a day to day. I'm not just saying it for just because might as well, but he has, like, he loved me before I loved myself, you know. So he showed me how to love in so many different ways, just like, the Most High Mother and Father. But it's just something about them shrooms that opened us up to one another at a different level, and we can see each other just a little bit clearer, you know. And we was able to, you know, to grow closer. You know, bond is stronger. You know what I'm saying? We're not afraid to, to try something new. And like I said, the faith walk that we're on now is a testimony in itself, for us, on the walk that we're on. So yeah, so I had to trust him, with the shrooms. And that's how much we trust each other when we took the leap of faith, and we're gonna keep on this trust and faith journey. Yes.
Yes, and that's one thing, like you said. Yeah, because I was going to ask you that. What do you feel as though the shrooms helped us with in our marriage?
Oh yes, I believe, like I said, it opened us up to see one another inside. Meaning, because when things start to come to the surface, and you have someone that you can talk to about the inner you, like the stuff that you deal with inside. Sometimes you may not talk to your husband or significant other about. You're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to. It makes you talk, and then we were able to talk. Like I said, we had a lot of counseling sessions. That's what it helped. We ain't had to pay nobody no more. We was we took the streams and we just would sit there and just go, and I don't know. Like I said, when we did the big move, same thing. Like we had to keep trusting and keep leaning in one another, because creating new businesses, and it was a lot, what I'm saying. So we definitely had to lean on one another, and it caused us to lean even more in our marriage, because we had a little lycelium to guide us a little bit, yeah. Because he would get so emotional sometimes. But remember, he wasn't a hard guy. I mean, he wasn't a soft person. So when he would start to be emotional about some things, I used to be like, what is going? Like, so I had to work through him with that. Like, seeing another side of him that I never saw before. Even though we went to counseling, that's one thing. But I'm telling you, shrooms is a different type of counseling. So, guiding your partner through that, he's guiding me through my times, because it comes in different times. It comes in different waves. So, so when we see one of us, starting to get some tears or starting to feel some type of way, we just listen and be like, yep, yep.
Because one thing it does, man, it strips that ego and pride away from you.
Oh man.
And a lot of the world lives in ego and pride. A lot of people are very egotistical, and have a lot of pride behind that big ego, and that can damage a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, friendships, just anything, because everybody think they're better than somebody else. And
you think so?
Yeah. And when nobody should be like that, because everybody has something to offer, and everybody should just come together and work together. Whatever you're doing, it's always somebody in your field that may know a little bit more than you, but that doesn't mean that person can't help.
You're right.
And if you feel as though that you can't help somebody, like, and I always say that, don't gatekeep and all that. All that's egotistical, pride type of stuff, man. And that's what this room does. It breaks all that from you. Take all that, take that all apart, and make you very lighthearted.
Yes.
And if you wasn't friendly, it'll make you friendly. And at the end of the day, it's just gonna put you in a place of God, a godly place, a loving place. You know what I'm saying? And just looking at people with your heart, and not just looking at them as a color or whoever the world says they are. That's what they're gonna do. And same thing for a marriage. It's gonna make you look at your queen or your king in a whole nother different way.
Yes.
It's gonna make you respect them even more.
Yes.
It's gonna make them cherish. You're gonna make them cherish each other even more. It's gonna deepen your
bond.
Your bond.
Yeah.
Deepen your love for each other, and it's gonna unfold chapters of your life that you never thought was gonna be there. But they're gonna be good though.
Yes, I agree.
They're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said it, because that's what I was going to say. It definitely has, especially with communication.
Which is one of the biggest things, about marriage. Communication is a big, and people say they communicate, but no, man, it's just a different level of communication when you can pour your soul and your heart out, and don't really know, what you feeling or why you feeling it, but you hear somebody, we're able to say, okay, maybe this is why that, or you're going through that because of this. So yeah, so I loved it. I love it, and we don't do it. We haven't done it in
a while.
It's been a couple years, right?
It's been. Hold on, you found the little microdose pill.
Oh, I'm tripping. You, not me. Yeah.
Yeah, you found a little microdose pills not
Oh, I
not too
did.
long ago.
Oh yeah, I found. Yeah.
Yeah, you found a little microdose pill. It's probably been about
It's probably a year. Yeah.
It's probably been about a year. It's
Yeah.
probably been about a year.
Because
And even that, like you can microdose,
you can microdose.
so
And
you literally
right.
can, dose it to what you like.
Dose it meaning like I said, if you take a sip of wine or alcohol, how you can feel that buzz. Like with microdosing, you may not even feel the buzz.
Yeah.
It's almost like drinking a mocktail.
Yeah, mocktail.
It's like drinking a mocktail.
Yeah, but not a
mocktail. But it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's there, but it's not there. Like
right,
you took it.
Right.
You know you took it because it's you feel good, but it's not like you're like the energy is like yeah.
Because just like cannabinoids, like cannabis, cannabinoids is in your system. So when you spark something, you ignite the cannabinoids in your body, right? And it's the same thing with mycelium. Mycelium runs through our body. So when you do some shrooms or some ayahuasca or any plant-based type of supplement is what I want to call it.
Yeah.
They will unite that that DNA inside you pretty much. So that's pretty much what happened to us. And now that it's been ignited,
it's there.
It just keeps going. It's almost like gas in your car, right?
Not like that time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like you put gas in your car, but see, this type of gas don't run out.
I get it.
Yeah, that gas don't run out. So you can go get the little cheap gas from what you need to put in your car
for a moment.
For a moment, but this gas right here sticks with you forever. It doesn't go away. No matter how much you try to fight it, it's not going to go anywhere. But that's for a reason, man. And before we go, I always told my wife that they told you in the Bible don't eat from the tree, right?
They did. When that story they told us.
Don't eat from the fruit on the tree, right? That's what they said. Well, you do know that they call mushrooms fruit.
They do. They do, y'all. Think about it.
If you ask anybody who has ever tried mushrooms, they will tell you that what they have seen and what the mushrooms have showed them and guided them to is definitely what they was telling us not to eat from.
Yeah, because they didn't want us to know our true selves.
Yes.
Yes, they didn't want you to know your true self. And they made it seem like, they ate it and it was a bad thing. It really wasn't a bad thing. No. Because they realized what, so-called what they were wearing and what wasn't wearing, right. And things like that. But it still opened them up to see life in a different lens.
Yes.
So then it's that. So yeah.
And you couldn't have said it any better, a different lens. And that's what that does. It lifts the veil off.
There you go. Yeah.
And hence, brides. I said wives. Brides.
Oh, brides, yes.
For weddings. When you take the veil off.
You see the beauty of the beautiful.
See a beautiful bride.
Yes.
It's the same thing with the mushrooms. It lifts the veil off.
Lift the veil, y'all. I'm telling you, it lifts the veil. And you feel so much better. Yeah, you do. You do. And you can't put it back on.
No.
Because once you're married, you're married. Once you put that veil off, you can't put the veil back on. Like just go ahead and put it down. May want to take a few pictures, but yeah, that veil gone.
Yeah. Once the veil goes off, that's it. It ain't going back on.
Once you throw that bouquet, that's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, no matter how hard you try.
But
once you get that knock, man, at your door, and they
please answer.
Yeah, just answer the door, man. It's okay. And one thing, man, you gotta be introduced.
Oh, you did, yes. I mean, introduced as in.
Especially nowadays, man. Like it's so much stuff out here, y'all. Like you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful, man. But what I was trying to say is that you have to be introduced, meaning that someone that has to introduce you to them.
And it's like a guy.
Because that means that they have done their work.
Yes.
Now they may still be on the journey, but that doesn't matter. And what matters is that they're doing the work.
Yes.
And that's what you want. You want somebody to have already been going on the process or on the process to introduce you to them.
Yeah.
And even if, you have some, concerns about it, you can always ask that person, hey man, doing with me, trying with me. And I'm pretty sure they're doing with you because they've already done it before. So that is one thing, man, because you got to be careful out here. There's too much going on out here. I don't want to see nobody get hurt or anything. So just be careful. Do your homework.
Yes.
Please.
Because we definitely did our homework. That was the reason why we tried it in the first place. Yes. Like when we got introduced to it, And you know, we did it. That's what I said. We was watching. You said we was watching
watch
that
the documentary.
shows, and it was like, oh, okay. So yeah, so that's good.
And and that's what anything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Relationship advice, marriage advice, you know, life advice, whatever. You know, we got so much going on from so many different people nowadays, so much different information. Just do your homework, man, because there's always two sides to every coin. So just make sure that you're getting the right information. You know what I'm saying? You can fact check me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to. You know what I'm saying? You might find out something that I didn't know. And if you know, share it with me because I want to know. If my wife tell you I'm a sponge of information.
Yeah,
He's a student.
Like information. Like you said, when a student was teaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When
a student is ready to teach
a piece. So
he said that the other day. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I seen that on a comment underneath one of Bobby Hemming videos I was watching. So and I know it's some more teachers out there that's ready to teach me too. So
yeah.
I'm always willing to learn, man. So
yeah. So I got something for you.
What's up?
So the special color for today is orange
and brown.
Yeah, it's like green, nature colors. Is that they're considered fall colors, but guess what? The typical pink and red is Valentine's Day. Yes, I love red. As you can see, I have red everywhere, all over. That's my signature color is red. But we specifically wore orange today because we wanted to show you a different side of the coin. So, what's the reason? What's the meaning?
Well, both
behind
of them.
Orange?
I mean, both of them are colors of love.
What do you mean, both of them?
Brown and orange.
Oh, okay.
Because I got a little bit of brown.
You got. Yes.
And then yours is like
all orange custom.
Orange, yeah.
Custom Mela Couture. This is made by me, designed by me. But go ahead.
But no, I was gonna say they're both colors of love. Orange is like a comfort color.
Yes, it
so
is.
It's like a color of comfort. And then brown represents groundness. So it grounds you. And ground is, loving. So it's a lot more too. I didn't remember everything. I just remember
but he came and told me though. He came and told me because I had picked this color out a while back and I was just like, I want to make me something special. And I was like, you know what? Love Day is coming up. I think I'm gonna make me my dress. I've been trying to make myself something for since my birthday. So I'm glad I had time to whip it up, literally. Because
she just made it yesterday.
Yeah. Whipped it up. And it's so cool. It has like a hood to it. I had the hood on earlier, but I like just designing different stuff. And then we found him with this cool, smoke. What was it called? Smoke.
Smoke Rise.
Smoke Rise. I said Smoke Rise. They're making a comeback. Yeah. So how we do. We always styling, profiling. We go up and show. So we're gonna go out and have a little bit of dinner, and all the good things. We're going to a winery, one of my favorite wineries, because I love just want some wine. So no shrooms today, y'all. Just a little bit of wine, a little weed wine. Where's it? Tell them about the WWF. Please tell them WWF.
So my wife. Well, all right, man. Look, far as the men and being in your marriage, you should know a lot about your wife. That's what I mean by being balanced. To the point that I even know my wife's cycle.
Okay. No. Okay.
No, I'm serious. Like, okay. I mean, a lot of men probably don't know their wife's cycle.
Well, that's true. You tapped in.
You know what I'm saying? So I do. I know my wife's cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So, man,
WWF.
The WWF is weed, wine, and food. Right? So y'all know WWF. That's
the wrestling, right?
The wrestling joint, right? So
but we made it our own.
So we made our own little joint. I know what'll make her good. Is weed, wine, and food. She got those three.
And then the S at the end, of course.
Yeah, but other than that,
he was like, "Man, where's the S?" I said, "Well, I guess gotta be WWF."
I guess, yeah. I guess that's always there though.
Right, I know, right. But he wanted to shut me up and set me straight.
The WWF.
That knocked me out every time, y'all.
That's crazy. So yeah, man, y'all gotta figure out something.
Yes.
That your wife loves. Combine those three. You put those three together. Give her those three one night. She be good, bro. You go ahead, you watch TV, do whatever you gonna do. You be good, bro.
Watch TV.
That's all y'all gotta do. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Right.
I know, that's hilarious, babe. That's funny. I love that we got a little. We always got little fun, little slang things we say to one another anyway. But that one was funny though. You was like WWF. You know that? I was like, yeah, I like that. So yeah, so that's our little fun little slogan we got going on for today.
But yeah. But we want to thank y'all, man, for spending time with us. Y'all have an amazing love day.
Mhm.
You know, go out, have some fun, enjoy each other, and no matter what, man, love each other each day, just not on one day. And
We won. Yes.
we out, y'all.
Yes.
Peace out.
Happy Love Day, y'all. Be blessed.